What am I talking about here on Medicare and You? Well, let me tell you. The people with Timex that had to make a change from the Aetna to the United Healthcare, there is a very critical piece of information that you should be receiving in your mail. If you're good with this stuff, great. Just simply check, I had credible coverage, put the start dates, and send it back in. But if you're not that proficient with paperwork, please look for it. It's called Notice of Credible Coverage. Timex sent it to you in your package. It's already pre-done. It showed your credible coverage through your Timex Group USA Inc. plan. You simply, I have a piece of paper in my hand that shows that. You could visit Medicare.gov for personalized help. My listeners, good time oldies, you're not the internet type. So what you can do is you can reach out to your insurance agent. Me, Michael Regan, if I'm not, you could always reach out to me. I'll walk you through it. But any insurance agent knows what credible coverage is. Not your car insurance agent. What you can also do is reach out to United Healthcare, 1-800-711-0646. They will be able to walk you through. Basically, you had an Aetna card in your wallet in 2013. Now it's 2014. You have a United Healthcare card in your wallet. There are two products you could have chosen. A supplement, which is retaining and keeping original Medicare, which is your red, white, and blue card in your wallet, and then going on a supplement. Well, you needed to purchase a standalone Part D, which is drug coverage. Drug coverage, Part D. If you didn't have drug coverage and you had the fantastic Timex plan, you had credible drug coverage. So there's no late penalty. All right? Again, if you have any callers, you can call in on that if I went over that too quickly, 203-757-1320. We're going to move right on to the next United Healthcare struggle. I'm not going to say debacle. I like United Healthcare a lot. They have paid, just for a very good friend of mine, a $76,000 cardiac ablation the other day. One-day surgery. I've never heard of cardiac surgery being a one-day surgery. But anyway, it was $76,000. State files Medicare brief. Wednesday, January 1st. Top news. First day of the year. They jump right on it. Yes, there are some major problems. Healthcare advocate Victoria Veltri, who's been a guest on my show. You know her name. You know her by the OHA, Office of the Healthcare Advocate. Attorney General George Jepsen. They are on top of this. They are looking out for you, the consumer. This is a nightmare. 2,000 plus. I'm not going to quote any numbers. Nobody exactly knows. 2,200, 2,500. Nobody knows. Because now doctors are getting reinstated. So, first of all, it doesn't happen until February. There's still time. Mid-February. I can't know an exact date. But the Medicare Advantage plan, the zero monthly premium plan, this is the one being hurt. So what happens basically is when you go on an Advantage plan, you give up Medicare. Medicare has to reimburse the carrier with your Medicare dollars. Depending if you're 65, it's about $600, maybe $650 now. Things are going up. To the older you are and the sicker you are, it goes up to about $1,200. It used to be $1,180, but I'll round it up because it's my show. About $1,200 now, a month per member. So if you're not getting reimbursed your proper quota and the doctors aren't filling out all the paperwork, United Healthcare is choosing to do this. Now, I cannot bash United Healthcare. They're one of my sponsors. Garrity, Brian, from the bottom of my heart, thanks for always sticking by me out there up in Boston at my FMO. I sell Anthem proudly, Aetna very proudly, Connecticut proudly, United Healthcare proudly. This just happens to be a bad window of time for United Healthcare. Everyone has had their struggles. Anthem has canceled their plan in New Haven County completely. Not just doctors, the plan in general. Connecticut has raised quite a few things. They're still going strong. You know us by heart. They're still going strong. Don't worry. Aetna, AETNA, they came back strong, like Mike Tyson or Evander Holyfield, or my favorite, Rocky Balboa. They came out strong this year. They came out swinging out of the corner. They, too, got put on the sidelines a few years ago. If you don't know this, they got a cease and desist from the government, from CMS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. What happened there was CMS didn't feel they were doing all the proper things. They were enrolling people over the phone, not fully explaining that it was an Advantage plan. So each carrier is having their troubles. Sooner or later, WellCare, if they haven't already, which I choose not to sell, you shouldn't really enroll homeless people on the green, just for a plug for myself. I totally disapprove of that. But Victoria Veltri is definitely all over this doctor list. If you are experiencing trouble with your physician not taking you, I would love to hear about it. I talked with my mentors, Tommy, I can say your name, Tommy C., morning show guy. I'm not going to say any names or even the location, but there was a physician, whether it be a cardiologist, orthopedic, urologist, it was a physician, a pretty well-known physician, who turned a member away on the hospital bed because there's a problem with the insurance. We're supposed to care about people. I didn't really like that, and that's why I'm mentioning this scenario. But anyway, let's discuss why. There are networks now out there, not network TV, network internet, local area networks, networks of doctors. If you particularly don't understand this, listen up. And thanks for the city worker whose wife called me yesterday. I appreciate your trust. He said, oh, you do a great job on the air. Network of doctors. As you know, Peter A. Bear Brown and Mayor O'Leary have gone to the Cigna network, the Delta Dental Network. You understood that. I heard it. I sat in City Hall and heard you people say, well, am I going to lose my Anthem doctor? You know the word network. So what you don't understand is now there's a new network with the Exchange, AccessHealthCT.com, with United Healthcare. It's quite diminished. So what's the network for the Exchange? The Pathway X. Either the Pathway X regular or the Pathway X enhanced. If you're not understanding this, you should. You didn't just sign up for True Anthem. True Anthem is a good company like Napoli Foods who offers Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield for their hardworking drivers that are delivering food. And the owner says to me, no. We're keeping our group plan. That network is the Anthem network. The Exchange is the Pathway X network. And you're going to get physicians who don't want to participate. Why? And this is all legal. It's all documented information. When you buy United Healthcare alone, Cigna alone, Aetna alone, United, Oxford, Aetna, Connecticut, Anthem, all of those set up a payment arrangement between $80 to $85. They all fluctuate within dollars, and you'll hear huge stories about Chad Wabel staying up for 4 days in a row, not a drop of sleep, to make sure he gets the contract signed with the carrier. Those are true networks, all right? And good job to Darlene and Chad keeping these beautiful hospitals going, because you're going to be inundated with new members. So I know there's a lot of axe grinders out there that don't like those people. I happen to like them a lot, and they're hard workers. So when they negotiate a network, what does that mean? They agreed to the terms and conditions of $81.73, $81.80 per $100. So the Pathway X network is saying, we're not going to pay you $81. We'll give you about $65 to $69. It's a much reduced pay schedule. Now, within a year or two, are all the physicians going to be in the network? Yes, they will. Not 100%, never, because you're always going to get the psychiatrist who doesn't even take insurance. That'll always be out of network. Or the rock star at NAS spine surgeon who's only going to take a few particular high-paying carriers. Or your superstar hip surgeons, starts with a K. The guy is phenomenal. His uncle is good. He's good. I mean, these guys command sick presence when they operate on hips because they do it right. So they're going to give you a little more of a run for your money when it comes to the network. One thing you should realize is you should check, it's called prior authorization. Before you go and have a procedure, please check with the physician's office first. Make sure it's prior authorized. Make sure it coincides with your network. If anyone has been mapped over, moved from their regular Anthem plan to a new plan with a bunch of initials like my caller this morning. What does CDCS mean? What does CBOA mean? Simply call in. I can answer those off the top of my head. For you seniors out there, please remember there are plenty of people looking out for you. You're not alone out there. Anytime you need advice, simply call. You can call your Office of the Healthcare Advocate for help with this United Healthcare. Small window of time. If you've gotten moved over, a beautiful redhead woman came in the office this morning from so-and-so town. She was like, I got a penalty. She was with the town of something, and she had credible coverage, maybe ignored a letter that came in the mail, and she's now stuck with a penalty. So ask questions.